Imagine a world where some countries have a special admiration for the UK, built on shared history, culture, and strong diplomatic ties. In this video, we'll look at 10 nations where the connection with the United Kingdom runs deep. These relationships go beyond simple partnerships, reflecting common values, economic links, and a love for British traditions. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon to stay updated. Now, let's discover the countries where the UK is embraced with warmth and respect. Number 10. Australia and the UK share a unique and long-lasting bond rooted in history. As a former British colony, Australia's foundations were deeply influenced by British settlers, with nearly half of Australians tracing their ancestry to the UK. This historical link has shaped Australian culture, its legal system, and social traditions. English is the official language, and British customs like afternoon tea and sports such as cricket and rugby remain a significant part of Australian life. Politically, the two nations are strong allies, often working together on global issues and within organizations like the Commonwealth of Nations. Their defense partnership includes joint military exercises and intelligence sharing. While Australia has strengthened ties with Asia-Pacific countries, its relationship with the UK continues to hold respect and importance. Culturally, Australia celebrates British influences through events like the Queen's birthday, and British literature, television, and media remain popular. However, there's ongoing discussion about whether Australia should maintain the British monarchy as its head of state, highlighting a complex but affectionate connection. Australians value their British heritage while taking pride in their independent identity. This balance reflects the evolving relationship between the two nations, built on mutual respect and shared history. Number 9. Canada's strong connection with the UK is deeply rooted in history, culture, and shared institutions. As a former British colony, Canada adopted many British traditions that remain influential today. The British monarch is still Canada's head of state, and its parliamentary system is based on the UK's model. While Canada has embraced its unique identity, especially through multiculturalism, British influence remains an important part of its character. Economically, the UK is one of Canada's major trade partners, with a strong exchange of goods, services, and investments. The two nations also work together through the Commonwealth and NATO, collaborating on defense and foreign policy. British cultural exports like literature, music, and television are highly popular, and Canadians of British descent often feel a personal link to the UK. Although geographically closer to the United States, Canada shares deep ties with the UK. Many Canadians travel to the UK for work, education, or tourism, strengthening the personal connections between the two nations. British influence is evident in Canadian place names, public holidays, and more, highlighting a lasting bond. This relationship isn't just about history. It continues to flourish in modern times, showcasing a thriving partnership built on mutual respect, shared values, and strong cultural ties. Number 8. Japan and the UK might seem like unlikely allies, but their relationship is built on mutual respect and admiration. They have shared diplomatic ties for over a century, with cultural exchanges strengthening their bond over time. Japan's love for British culture is clear in its appreciation for British fashion, literature, and traditions, which enjoy great popularity there. The Anglo-Japanese alliance, signed in the early 20th century, marked the start of their close diplomatic relationship. Today, the two countries work together on important areas like trade, defense, and technology. British universities are highly valued in Japan, and many Japanese students choose to study in the UK, further enhancing the connection between the people of both nations. Culturally, Japan admires British traditions like the monarchy, and British music, literature, and films are widely loved in Japan. This mutual appreciation and collaboration have created a strong and lasting partnership. Both countries benefit from their close ties built on shared values and common goals, making their relationship a unique and enduring one. Number 7. Ireland and the UK share a deep and complex relationship shaped by history, challenges, and growing cooperation. Once part of the British Empire, Ireland's fight for independence in the 20th century left a lasting impact. However, over time, the two nations have built strong cultural, economic, and personal connections. Despite their difficult past, millions of Irish people have close family ties in the UK, and the flow of people between the two countries remains constant. Many Irish citizens live, work, or study in the UK, creating shared experiences and fostering mutual respect. Tourism is also a significant link, with visitors from both nations exploring and appreciating their shared history and culture. Culturally, Ireland and the UK have influenced each other profoundly. Irish music, literature, and traditions are celebrated in the UK, while British media and fashion are popular in Ireland. Politically, they have collaborated on various issues, working closely within European frameworks, though Brexit has added new challenges. While their relationship is rooted in a complex history, it is now built on mutual respect and shared interests. Over the years, Ireland and the UK have moved toward a positive and cooperative partnership that continues to grow stronger. Number 6. India and the UK share a relationship deeply influenced by their colonial history, which has evolved into a modern partnership rooted in mutual respect and cooperation. During British rule, India adopted key institutions like its legal system, parliamentary democracy, and the English language. These elements remain central to Indian society today, creating a lasting connection between the two countries. Culturally, cricket, introduced by the British, has become a passion in India, while the UK is a favorite destination for Indian students and tourists. The Indian community in the UK is one of the largest diasporas globally, playing a crucial role in strengthening the bond between the nations. Economic ties between India and the UK are also significant, with robust trade and investment flowing both ways. Despite the complexities of their shared history, many Indians hold admiration for the UK, especially its educational institutions and cultural exports. In return, British people have a strong appreciation for Indian food, music, and cinema, further enriching their cultural ties. Though shaped by a turbulent past, the relationship between India and the UK has grown into a partnership built on shared values, mutual benefit, and a deep respect for each other's contributions to the global stage. Number 5. South Africa and the UK share a long history rooted in colonial times, with British settlers playing a major role in shaping South Africa's early development. Although the legacy of apartheid once strained their relationship, the two nations have built strong diplomatic and economic ties over the years. The UK remains one of South Africa's top trading partners, and both countries are active members of the Commonwealth. British influence is still evident in many aspects of South African society, including its legal system, education, and sports. Cricket and rugby, introduced by the British, are incredibly popular across South Africa. Additionally, many South Africans have personal connections to the UK through family, work, or education, and the large South African community living in the UK further strengthens this bond. In recent years, South Africa and the UK have worked closely on shared challenges like trade, investment, and climate change. Despite their complex history, their relationship is now built on cooperation and mutual respect, with both nations focused on a brighter future. This evolving partnership highlights the strong and enduring connection between South Africa and the UK, reflecting a bond that continues to grow stronger with time. Number 4. Singapore and the UK share a deep connection rooted in their colonial history, with British influence still shaping many parts of Singaporean life today. English is Singapore's official language, and its legal and education systems are inspired by British models. This shared history has fostered a strong bond, with many Singaporeans respecting British culture and traditions. Economically, the UK is one of Singapore's key trade partners, and the financial relationship between the two countries remains strong. Many Singaporeans travel to the UK for work, education, or tourism, further strengthening cultural ties. The Singaporean community in the UK also helps maintain this connection, fostering mutual respect and shared identity. Culturally, Singapore embraces its British heritage through events like the Singapore Grand Prix and various cultural festivals. British media, literature, and fashion are widely enjoyed, enhancing the exchange of ideas and traditions. Although Singapore is now independent, its relationship with the UK remains important. This strong connection highlights Singapore's appreciation for its British roots making it one of the countries with a genuine fondness for Britain. Number 3, New Zealand shares a deep and historic bond with the UK, similar to Australia, but with its own unique character. As a Commonwealth member, New Zealand recognizes the British monarch as its head of state, reflecting its enduring connection to the UK. British settlers greatly influenced New Zealand's early development, leaving a lasting mark on its legal system, education, and culture. Sports like rugby and cricket, which originated in Britain, are national favorites in New Zealand and further strengthen their cultural ties. Many New Zealanders travel to the UK for work, study, and tourism, creating personal and cultural connections that deepen the relationship. The governments of New Zealand and the UK work together on global challenges, including trade, climate change, and defense. While there are occasional debates about New Zealand becoming a republic, most citizens value their British heritage. The shared language, democratic traditions, and legal principles are rooted in British influence, creating a timeless bond. In recent years, this relationship has grown even stronger through increased economic partnerships and closer personal connections, securing New Zealand's place as one of the countries with a strong affinity for the UK. Number 2, the relationship between the United States and the UK is often called the special relationship, and for good reason. The two countries share a strong cultural, political, and economic bond that has lasted for centuries. From speaking the same language to the British influence on American politics, the UK has had a big impact on the US. In terms of diplomacy, the US and UK are close allies, working together on issues like defense, trade, and climate change. They also have a strong military partnership with joint exercises and sharing intelligence. Economically, the UK is one of the US's top trading partners, with a lot of investment between the two. Culturally, British influence can be seen in American literature, fashion, and more. British media, music, and television are very popular in the US, and many Americans have British roots, making the personal connection even stronger. This special bond between the two nations is built on mutual respect and support, making the US one of the countries with the strongest connection to the UK. Number 1. Malta's close connection to the UK comes from their shared history as a British protectorate and member of the Commonwealth. British influence is still visible in Malta's language, legal system, and education, with English being one of the official languages. The UK's significant role in defending Malta during World War II left a deep and lasting impact on the Maltese people. Economically, the UK is one of Malta's key trade partners, with strong ties in tourism and education. Many Maltese citizens have personal connections to the UK, with a large Maltese community living in Britain and frequent travel between the two nations. Cultural bonds are also strong, with events like Queen's birthday celebrations and the popularity of British media and fashion reinforcing the relationship. Although Malta gained independence in 1964, it continues to maintain a strong political and cultural relationship with the UK. British customs and values are admired in daily Maltese life, showcasing the enduring connection between the two countries. This bond highlights the deep respect and mutual appreciation shared by Malta and the UK. From their historical ties to ongoing cultural exchanges, Malta's affection for the UK reflects the broader influence Britain has had in fostering connections with countries worldwide. Which country's connection to the UK surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe. See you next time.